It's always heart-wrenching to see abandoned animals in the streets, and unfortunately, their number increases exponentially right after a disaster. This is probably the result of the usual pet owner's lack of proper knowledge when it comes to protecting their pets in times of a looming calamity.
Hi, I'm Monique Suzara. I'm 25 years old, and I'm the pet parent of this little guy named Shogun. I think I'm a responsible pet owner. I wake up and bring him outside so he could pee or if he feels like pooping. And then he eats regularly. And then the thing with Shogun naman, he's really trained good. So you know when he's thirsty or he has to go out.
Although a lot of pet owners like Monique truly adore their pets and treat them like their very own, most of them are really clueless when it comes to pet safety in times of calamities. The Modern Living TV team visited PAWS to talk with experts who can teach pet owners how to prepare and protect their precious pets when disaster strikes.
PAWS is a non-government, volunteer-based organization, and we're dedicated to the protection of animals from cruelty and mostly prevention. I emphasize prevention kasi a lot of people think that animal welfare is rescuing, and that's reaction. So while we do a bit of the rescuing, our main focus is preventing animal cruelty from happening in the first place by educating, lobbying campaigns, spay, neuter or kapon, and disaster relief work. A responsible pet owner is one that thinks that having a pet is a lifetime commitment. In times of disasters, ideally, dapat we have prepared certain things so that we don't panic. But then, we saw this in Ondoy. Typhoon Ondoy, people were caught off guard, and then there were a lot of pet deaths because they left their pets tethered or naka-cage, naka-chain. And I think it didn't give enough people time because this was the first time it ever happened, and people were also trying to survive, no? But now, after Ondoy, I think, and after Tacloban, we're all quite aware of how important it is to be prepared. And so, one of the basic preparations of a pet owner is to make sure that when there is a pending disaster, and you know that their waters are rising, there's a typhoon, please do not chain down or keep your pets in a cage, because if you are unable to evacuate with your pet, then at least you give your pets a chance to swim to safety. Definitely, the pet should be included in evacuation plans. Your pet carrier should be there. So for pets that are that can fit in a pet carrier, please make sure that you have one, especially for cats, small dogs, rabbits. And inside the carrier would be food good enough for 3 to 7 days in Ziploc bags, water, drinking water, and the records of your pet also in a Ziploc bag, rabies vaccination, because these are the documents which you may need to present at the evacuation center, just to assure the maybe government officials that when you're bringing your pet to the evacuation center, you don't also pose a risk to the other evacuees that you have an unvaccinated pet inside the evacuation area. If they leave their pets, they lose an important member of the family. If the farmers leave their animals, they lose their livelihood. So even if we say na, oh, you know, humans are more important than animals, yes, you know, if there is a like a sudden thing that you weren't able to prepare for. But if you're already making a disaster preparedness plan and you're already incorporating all these things like telling people to be prepared, to don't panic and things like that, then pets should be part of that because animals are part of our lives.
Pets are often considered as family members. In fact, they are like young children who depend on us for their every need. As responsible pet owners, it's imperative that we treat them well and protect their lives from all possible threats.